Students, here they given one problem. Two tall towers having heights h1 and h2. These are the two tall towers. One height is h1, another one height is h2. Separated by distance d meter. The separation between these two given d meter. A person throws a ball horizontally with velocity u from top of the first tower. From this tower, he projected with a velocity u along the horizontal direction. It reaches to the second tower. After what time it reaches the second tower? Now here the height differences. The body travels like this and reaches the second tower like this. Okay. Here how much vertical distance it traveled? It traveled vertical distance is equal to, this is the horizontal distance. It travels a horizontal distance d meters. But vertical distance is equal to separation between the height of the towers, that is equal to h1 minus h2. We know formula to find the time taken to reach the ground. Instead of ground, here it reaches the this tower. So time t is equal to, we know formula t is equal to under root of 2h by g. But here separate height is equal to, so height is equal to t is equal to root over 2 into h1 minus h2 by g. This is the time taken by the body to reach the top of the second tower. Second one. So horizontal distance. How much horizontal distance traveled? So here suppose they did not give d value. How to find d value? So horizontal distance is equal to d is equal to horizontal velocity into time. Here horizontal velocity is u, time is equal to under root of 2 into h1 minus h2 by g. This is the time. So this is horizontal distance. D is equal to u into root over 2 h1 minus h2 by g. Time taken to reach the top of the second tower. T is equal to root over 2 into h1 minus h2 by g. Next one now. A ball rolls off from the top of a staircase with a horizontal velocity u. If each step has a height h and width b, height of each step is h meters and width is taken as b, then the ball will just hit the nth step directly. Assume this is the staircase. Height of each step is taken as h. Here this is height of each step is h and width of each step is taken as b. This staircase contains n steps. Ball roll off with initial velocity u and directly hit the nth step like this. Okay now. Then find the time. And second one, how many steps? Number of steps we have to calculate. Now here to calculate the number of steps, if you observe total height is equal to, if you extend this one, n steps are there, each one height nh. So horizontal distance is equal to each one b, so n steps are there, total n into b. So horizontal distance n into b is equal to, horizontal distance n into b is equal to u into t. Horizontal distance is equal to n into b, that is equal to u into t. And vertically it travels a distance of nh. So that nh is equal to half gt square. nh is equal to half into gt square. Time taken to reach the nth step. From this equation, t square is equal to 2nh by g. From this, t is equal to root over 2nh by g. This is the time taken to reach the bottom. Or by using this formula, if you calculate, time t is equal to nb by u will come. We can use any one formula depend on known values. If you know u value, then we should use this formula to find time value. Okay, now next, here if you observe here, nb is equal to ut, nh is equal to half gt square, or otherwise observe these two, time equal to, equate these two equations, then you get nb by u is equal to root over 2 nh by g. Now squaring on both sides, then you get n square b square by u square is equal to 2 n h by g will come. Okay now. So in this case, n get cancelled. So n get cancelled. Finally, from this n is equal to, we get 2h into u square by g into b square. So this is the formula to find nth step. N is equal to 2h u square by g b square. Next one, Mama. Oblique projection from top of a tower. Now assume height of a tower is h meters. From this, a body projected obliquely. So oblique means the body is projected making an angle theta with horizontal. So this body is projected making an angle theta with horizontal. Then this body travels like this, upwards initially, and comes and falling on the ground at one point. Here, if you observe here, it reaches to the same horizontal range. Velocity is same but in a reverse direction. This distance is taken as a range. Here, after what time it falls on the ground, and what is the range you have to calculate. Now in this case, if you resolve this velocity into two components, the component along horizontal direction is equal to u cos theta, it making an angle theta with horizontal. The vertical component of velocity is u sin theta. In this case, body having velocities along the horizontal direction and vertical direction. Along x-axis, initial velocity is u cos theta, but its acceleration is equal to 0 along the horizontal direction. No acceleration is acting. Along y direction, initial velocity u is equal to u sin theta, and body thrown upward direction, that's why body is going upward direction, then a is equal to minus g. Time we have to calculate, after what time it reaches the ground. Now on reaching the ground, time after it strikes the ground. Now in this case, it travels a vertical distance of h meters. To reach the ground, it travels a vertical distance h. But initially body is projected upward direction, it is traveling finally downward direction. So here displacement along y direction is equal to minus h. Time taken by a body to reach the ground is taken as capital T. Then a is equal to minus g, u is equal to u sin theta. From equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus of at square. From this equation of motion, s is equal to minus h is equal to velocity along vertical direction u sin theta into t. A is equal to minus g minus of g into t square. From this take LCM, LCM is 2 and send this side, then you get minus 2h is equal to 2u sin theta into t minus gt square will come. All term take this side, then you get gt square minus 2u sin theta into, sorry, here t is there, 2u sin theta into t minus 2h is equal to 0. If you simplify this quadratic equation, then we will get a time equation. So time t is equal to quadratic equation, it is in the form of ax square plus bx minus c is equal to 0. Its expression x is equal to minus b plus or minus formula minus, but here b is equal to 2u sin theta. So we will get 2u sin theta, okay andi, plus under root of b square. B square is equal to 4u square sin square theta minus 4ac. A is equal to minus 2h, a is equal to g, and c is equal to minus 2h, minus 4ac minus into minus plus 8gh by 2a. A is equal to g. What we will get 2g. So this is the time expression. T is equal to 2u sin theta into root over 4u square sin square theta plus 8gh by 2g. Now here you take 4 common, and here 2 is there. If you take 4 common means it becomes 2, and you take 2 common means finally time t is equal to, will get u sin theta plus root over u square sin square theta plus 2gh by g will come. That is the time taken to reach the ground. Next, what about horizontal range? So range r is equal to horizontal velocity into time is the answer. From this, time t is equal to u sin theta plus root over u square sin square theta plus 2gh by g will come. This is the time. And next, range is equal to horizontal velocity into time of flight. Range r is equal to horizontal velocity ux into time. But here horizontal velocity is equal to u cos theta into time t. T value substitute here, then you get a range. Next, we calculate velocity on reaching the ground. To calculate velocity on reaching the ground, use this formula. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. No, but we know horizontal component of velocity does not changes, because along the horizontal direction acceleration 0. Along horizontal, body moves with uniform velocity. So velocity on reaching the ground, along x-axis, v is equal to vx is equal to u cos theta only. Along y-axis, from this equation v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Vy square is equal minus vy square minus u is equal to, along vertical direction, u is equal to u sin theta whole square. A is equal to minus g. S is equal to, it travels to a distance downward direction. So minus g into S is equal to minus h. It displaces to downward direction. Then vy square, this term take that side, then you get u sin theta whole square plus 2gh will come. So this is the vy square value. From this, vy is equal to under root of u square sin square theta plus 2gh, that is velocity along y-axis and velocity along x-axis. Final velocity. So final velocity v is equal to, we should write velocity vector here. Velocity vector v is equal to, here on reaching, horizontal velocity is along positive x-axis, vertical velocity along negative y-axis. So we can write vx into I cap minus vy into j cap. So these two values substitute here, then you get velocity vector. So what is the angle made by the velocity vector with horizontal on reaching the ground? You take this is alpha, then tan alpha is equal to y coordinate by x coordinate we will write. So tan alpha is equal to vy by vx. Okay.